Hi and welcome back to The Books Are Everywhere. So I'm here with another weekly reading vlog and I am reading so many books at the moment. It is Monday today and yeah, I just thought I would start this vlog. It is dark now, but I've had a busy day of uni and filming videos and other things, doing some uni work, but I am here and I thought I'd give you a quick update before I kind of relax for the evening. I had a big weekend at work, so I definitely feel like I need to just kind of relax this evening and give my body a chance to rest. But anyway, I actually managed to finish 2 books yesterday. The work I was doing over the weekend was kind of more manual and less around customers, so I could actually listen to audiobooks because I was on my own. So I actually managed to finish Last Chance books, which I really enjoyed. This one was actually on my TBR because it was my lowest rated book on my Goodreads TBR, and yeah, I actually really enjoyed it. I do understand why some people might not enjoy it and might rate it lower. It is not amazing, like it's not a new favourite, but it was really enjoyable in my opinion. If you are looking for something that doesn't take itself too seriously and it's just a bit of fun, I would really recommend this one. It is a YA romance. I say it's YA, I think it reads a little bit older than YA. It's a romance between these people whose families own 2 rival bookstores, one of which is part of a chain and one of which is a completely family-run independent. And Madeline, who is the niece of the person who owns this bookstore, is trying to save it. And then she ends up meeting Jasper, who works at the bookstore across the street, which is not a family-run bookstore, and they end up having quite a lot of rivalry. It was a lot of fun to read and I really enjoyed the rivalry. It was very entertaining to read about. I didn't like Madeline all that much in some parts of the book. It was only a few little things that I didn't really like about her, but overall this one was a lot of fun. I think I'd give it 3.5, maybe 4 stars, and I would recommend it if you're looking for something like this and it sounds like something you'd enjoy. I also finished Blood and Honey by Shelby Mchearing last night. I read this on audio mostly as well, so I was listening to this while driving and I finished it up yesterday, and although this is very different to Serpent and Dove and I didn't enjoy it quite as much as Serpent and Dove, I did still really enjoy it. I think I'll probably give it 4 out of 5 stars. It is very different to the first book, in which there is a lot more romance and a lot more kind of looking at the relationship rather than everything else. There is still kind of another plot to it, but this one kind of follows on from that other plot that is more action based, and I don't want to give any spoilers for Blood and Honey or for the first book, so it's really hard to talk about this because it's the second in a series, but there is a lot more action in here and it does divert away from the romance a little bit, which kind of disappointed me. I feel like I wanted more of the romance in this book, and it'll be interesting to see what happens in Gods and Monsters, which I'll hopefully be starting over the next few days, but I did still really enjoy it. It's just very different and I think I'll probably give it 4 stars out of 5 rather than 5 stars. But there is still a lot that I loved about it and I would still recommend this series, but I can see why people are disappointed by this one. And I actually started another book yesterday which was on my November TBR, and that was Aristotle and Dante Dive into the Waters of the World. I started this one on audio after I finished Last Chance books at work, and I'm already about halfway through this one and I'm really enjoying it. The audiobook for this is actually read by Lin-Manuel Miranda, which is not what I expected at all, and as soon as I kind of introduced Lin-Manuel Miranda I was like, oh my god, it's read by them, that's amazing. I feel like they really suit the writing of Benjamin Alire-Sainz, and this book is very poetic, as the first book is. This is the sequel to Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe. They both have very long titles, but this is a sequel. It was written like 10 years after, but I think it is set pretty much immediately after, and it does have some more serious topics. So the first one is very much a staple LGBT YA book, and I've been meaning to read it for a long time. It was sent to me by the publishers earlier this this year when it finally had a UK paperback release, and this one was also sent to me by Simon & Schuster, so thank you to them for sending me both of these books. And I am really enjoying this. I really like the writing. It is very poetic, much as the first book was, and this one does focus on some more serious topics. We are looking at the AIDS pandemic at the moment in this book, and it has actually made me cry already listening to the audio, and I'm glad I'm listening to this one on audio. So overall, really enjoying this one. I don't think it'll be a 5 stars, but I think it'll be pretty close. And then some other books I'm still currently reading. I'm about to finish The XX by Erin Sterling. I think I'm literally going to go finish this book now. I have about 50 pages left of it, 40 pages left. And this one has been a lot of fun as well. It follows Vivian, who puts that hex on her ex after they break up. And 9 years later, she meets that ex again and realises that actually the accidental hex wasn't accidental, it actually happened, and it is affecting a lot more than just her ex-boyfriend. It is a lot of fun. It's a witchy book. It's kind of a cross between Hocus Pocus and, from what I've heard, Gilmore Girls and things like that. I feel like the setting is very much apparently like Gilmore Girls. I haven't actually watched Gilmore Girls. I know I should, and I kind of wanted to this year, but anyway, I've heard things about it like that. It does kind of remind me of Hocus Pocus in a way, which I did finally watch this year. But it's very, very fun. It's very entertaining. It's very light. It's very easy to read. I like the romance in it, and there's a lot that I'm enjoying about it. I would definitely recommend it if you're looking for something spooky. I would say for Halloween, but you know, for any time of year. And then from one festive read to a completely different one, I'm also reading Flora's Travelling Christmas Shop by Raisin, and I am really enjoying this one as well. The writing is not the best, but the concept is a lot of fun. It is about somebody who gets fired from her job working at a Christmas shop and ends up setting up her own travelling one and going to Lapland, and it is really making me feel like I'm in the festive spirit, which I really, really like, and I am enjoying it so far. The writing, as I said, isn't great, but the concept is there. There's a lot of fun in it. It's entertaining. It does feel a little bit far-fetched, but just like a Christmas Hallmark movie does, it's pretty good. I'm really enjoying it. I'm glad I picked it up. This one was actually sent to me by Midas PR and the publishing company, so thank you to them. I'm finally getting around to reading it, and it is getting me into the festive spirit. And some other books I'm hoping to start later this week. I want to read Weathering With You Volume 3 by Makoto Shinkai, which is also on my November TBR, and then finally start Under the Whispering Door by TJ Cloon, which is also on my November TBR, and I'm very excited for. This is kind of the last full week of November, which is insane to me, but I definitely need to get the skates on with reading this. But I definitely need to make sure I've finished my TBR by the end of the month. I'm pretty sure I can do it. I still have over a week to go, so I think I can get through the next couple of books, and you can join me on that journey in this weekly reading vlog. Welcome back to bad lighting. It is Thursday after work and it is the evening, so obviously I am just being lit by my lamp right now, but oh well. I'm here with an update. I actually finished a book. I finished Aristotle and Dante Dive Into the Waters of the World, which I listened to entirely on audiobook in the end, and I absolutely loved. I think there is something about this narrative that just suits audio, and Lin-Manuel Miranda did an amazing job at reading this. I feel like his voice suited this story so well, and I just connected to it in a way that I never did with the first book. I don't know what it is about this book that I loved so much more. It just made me really, really emotional and connect with the characters. This one is definitely about Ari and Dante as they move on from the first book, as they kind of realise that sometimes things don't last forever and things aren't meant to last forever, and that there are things that are kind of next for them in life. I don't want to like give spoilers, so I'm not going to say anything more than that, but yeah, there was just something about this book that I absolutely loved, and I just made me really emotional, and I didn't really expect that, but I think there's something about the kind of poetic lyricalness to the writing that just really suits being read aloud. And I just really liked the way it was done. I thought it was done really well. And it's hard to judge because they were written so long, like 10 years apart. Whether that's because the writing is different or it's improved, or if it was just because I listened to it on audio whereas I read the first book. But I definitely think I enjoyed this one more than the first book. I gave the first one 4 stars. I think this one will be a 4.5. But I'm really glad that I dove back into Ari and Dante's story. I feel like if I had left this much longer I wouldn't have really wanted to read more from them, and honestly I wasn't too bothered about reading this one. I don't know, like I did want to, but it wasn't like a sequel that I was itching to read. But I did really enjoy it. I'm so glad that I picked it up, and I would highly recommend the audiobooks for both of these books if you are going to read them. I haven't listened to the first one on audio, but it is read by Lin-Manuel Miranda as well, so I'd highly recommend both of the audiobooks for it. I am also still reading Flora's Travelling Christmas Shop. I haven't had a chance really to physically read that much in the past couple of days because of work, so I am still only about halfway through, but I need to finish this one soon because there's not that much time left in the month, and I have another couple of books I want to read. But I am really enjoying this one. It's a lot of fun, and I'm hoping to read more tonight and hopefully finish it over the next couple of days, so I will update you more as I manage to hopefully read a bit more of this one. And then I actually started listening to Rebecca because I'd finished my audiobook of Ari and Dante. However, I am listening to a version that's only 5 hours long, and this doesn't look like a 5-hour long book, so I haven't done it yet, but I do need to just kind of listen along a little bit and check that it is actually the same. I feel like it's going to be an abridged version, but I can't find anywhere that it is, so I'm not entirely sure. I'm kind of hoping, although it feels very unlikely, that it just kind of stops like halfway or something and then I can just read the rest of it physically, but that feels highly unlikely because I don't know why that would have happened, but I'm not entirely sure. Like, unless this was published like Little Women and it was originally published in parts, I don't really know why that would happen. I have a feeling it's going to end up being an abridged book, and I'm going to have to kind of stop listening to it and start reading the actual version because it's the only audiobook version on Scribd, which is why I was listening to it. And unfortunately there isn't another audio one on there, but if not, I will start reading this one physically, hopefully soon, but we shall see. I just need to look into whether it's an abridged version or not, but I am enjoying it so far, so hopefully I can carry on listening to that. I also have a little bit of book mail, and I actually picked up this book today, which was sent to our shop, and this is a proof copy of This Woven Kingdom by Tahara Mafi, and this one comes out in February next year, and it says it's an intricate absorbing world that weaves together clashing empires, forbidden romance and glimmering magic with Persian mythology. Perfect for fans of Leigh Bardugo, Roshani Choksi, which I don't think I've heard of them, and Sabah Tahir. So this sounds really good. I have read some of the Shatter Me series and I wasn't a big fan of it, and I have read a very large expanse of sea, which I really liked, so I'm gonna give this one a go. Feels like a big YA release of 2022 as well, so I feel very lucky to have a proof copy of it. It sounds really good. I'm just not entirely sure because I'm not a big fan of Shatter Me what it's going to be like, but we will see what it's like. I will hopefully be able to read it at some point soon. It comes out on the 3rd of February next year, and I also have a tiny Waterstones parcel which I am not sure what's in, and it could very well be a Christmas present, but I can't think to what I've ordered, so I'm just going to open it and see. Oh, okay, this makes so much sense. I do remember this actually being posted the other day. It is my Waterstones exclusive signed edition of Extraordinary by V. Schwab. I do have an Illumicrate version of this so far, but this is the Waterstones signed edition with this exclusive cover, which was one of the covers for one of the individual issues, I think. So it's cool to have another version of this to add to my collection. I think I might end up buying the standard version as well because I really like the standard cover, but really, do I need 3 copies? Yes, we'll see, I don't know. But I do want to pick up the standard version because I would kind of like to add it to my collection, but we will see. So yeah, I did know that was coming. This is a graphic novel that is set between Vicious and Vengeful, I think, so I can't actually read it yet because I haven't read that series and I don't want to spoil it for myself. But Mark has been reading the individual issues and he's been buying them for me and is really enjoying it. So I'm confident I will enjoy it when I finally get to it, but I need to read some other V. Schwab books before I do that. But anyway, the back cover is really nice as well. So yeah, that is a quick update from me. I will continue to update you as the week goes on and find out about that copy of Rebecca because it seems suspicious. Morning, it is Friday. I am doing better at updating you guys. I am actually at home the next few days, which is really nice and hopefully will give me a little bit more time to read. I've already had a bath this morning, as you can see from my wet hair, and read about 40-50 pages of this one, so I'm finally catching up and hopefully we'll finish this one today. I have about 80 pages of this one left, so fingers crossed I can speed through that. This is definitely a quick read once you get into it. I just feel like it's one of those books that I'm not reading big chunks of at a time and I need to just kind of sit down and read big chunks, because once I do read like 50 pages it goes by very quickly. So I need to do a few more of those today and I will finish this book and give you some full thoughts and feelings. I feel like either I have got used to the writing or the writing has gotten better as I've gone on. I definitely feel like this one, the writing is better than at the start of the book, and I don't know if that's something to do with the author getting used to writing dialogue, because I feel like it was standing out a lot more with the dialogue at the start of the book. So yeah, enjoying this one, but I will give you some full thoughts and feelings hopefully later today. I also looked up, as I said last night, the audiobook I started listening to of Rebecca was only 5 hours long. So I looked up another audiobook online and it said 14 hours 46 minutes, so I'm definitely listening to an abridged version, which is not what I want, and unfortunately I don't have access to another audiobook version, so I think I'm going to have to put this one to the side for now because I have more pressing books on my TBR, sadly, that I need to read physically. But hopefully I will be able to pick this one up soon. Definitely one I need to get to, well, really want to get to by the end of the year. But I do have something that I want to read before then, that needs to be read before the end of November. But I will get to this one soon, I promise. I also absolutely love this beautiful edition. I also have a little book post, which there is only one thing I can think of that I've ordered, but this feels too big for, so I'm intrigued, but we will see if it is the thing I think it is. So it is the thing I thought it was, but this is a lot bigger than I expected. Let's remove this horrible miniature dust jacket that I will probably literally throw away. What was the point? But underneath we have this beautiful edition of Little Women that is made to look like the edition that was produced in the film, which I absolutely love. I have wanted another copy of Little Women for a while because I knew this existed and I really wanted it. I love that they've gone for this design that makes it look like it did in the film. This also has pictures in it from the film. So I think they're kind of like interspersed throughout. With each scene, or like with some scenes, there is a little screenshot from the film. This is from the 2019 film, by the way, if I didn't make that obvious. But I also think, hopefully, this one actually has both parts in it, because I realised that the edition that I have only has Little Women in it and doesn't have Good Wives in it, whereas this one is set in 2 parts. So I think I hopefully have an edition now that has both Little Women and has Good Wives in it, because when I read my edition I realised it didn't have Good Wives in it and I kind of only had half of the story, because this one was originally published in 2 parts and Little Women is like a little bit younger and then Good Wives is more like for teens, which I think is why the edition that I have is only the younger one, because it is part of a children's classic collection. But anyway, I love this book. I love this edition. I've wanted it for a while and I just finally kind of took the plunge and bought it, and I think it's a really nice idea that they brought this to life. I I don't know what this is. This can go, in my opinion, because it's not pretty, but you know. There we go. A keepsake reproduction of the classic book as seen in the film. But anyway, that can go. The book can stay. Glad I got that. I will update you again hopefully later today when I've read more of Flora's Travelling Christmas Shop. Hi, it is Saturday evening, and as you have seen from my videos, we've had snow here today, and we got a Christmas tree and put the Christmas tree up, which was really nice. I couldn't believe it when we woke up to snow this morning. I knew that it had kind of been forecast, but it didn't look likely, and then I just woke up this morning and was gonna go for a run and was like, maybe not today. But it was really pretty. It hasn't snowed since this morning and it's just like melting away now, but it was nice and it made me feel, well, it made all of us feel really festive. So we made the Christmas puddings finally. Usually we make them earlier, but oh well. And we got a Christmas tree and put the Christmas tree up, and it's been really nice to have a day off and spend it with my family, which I don't often get to do. But yeah, I have also finished 2 books since I last spoke to you yesterday. I finished Flora's Travelling Christmas Shop. This was actually kind of 30 pages-ish shorter than I thought, because there's like a bit of her other book in the back. But I really enjoyed this. It was a lot of fun. The writing wasn't the best and the dialogue was quite unnatural, and I would definitely go into this knowing that it is like a Hallmark movie and it is fiction, and it doesn't matter if it's a bit far-fetched, because it is a bit far-fetched, but I really enjoyed it. I gave it 3.5 stars. I would say if you are looking for a festive read, I would recommend it if you're looking for something cute, romance, with a travelling Christmas shop. I loved the setting of Lapland and I feel like it was written really well and really beautifully. I could picture everything really well. I would recommend this one if you are looking for a festive adult romance. So I also read the final instalment of the Weathering With You manga last night. I always find this really hard to talk about and really hard to rate, because I have watched the film and I absolutely adore Makoto Shinkai's films. Your Name is my favourite, but Weathering With You is a close second, and I do really love it. But it's really hard to judge the manga because of it, because I already know the story so well that when I read this manga I just kind of see the film in my head. And I've definitely seen other people react very differently to this manga if they haven't seen the film, and this is the kind of first time they are consuming this story. So it's a difficult one to judge, but I really love these mangas and I can't help but give them 5 stars, but that's more for my love of the film. I would recommend these mangas, but I'd also go and recommend the film and go and watch the film, because Makoto Shinkai's work is done really well, and the film soundtracks for both of them I absolutely love. Your Name has my heart, I'll put that out there. But when I was reading this I could just kind of hear Radwimps in my head and their music, because I love their music because of Makoto Shinkai's films and the fact that they do the soundtracks for both of them, I think, to a degree. But yeah, I did really enjoy this, and it's the final instalment, so I finished another manga series which I don't read a lot of, I do like the Makoto Shinkais tend to only be 3 books, and this is my favourite cover out of all of them. I really, really like this cover and I love the yellow text. But anyway, glad I read that one. So that's another book that was on my November TBR, and I'm on to the last book on my November mini golf TBR, which is Under the Whispering Door by TJ Cloon. I'm just over 40 pages into this one so far and I'm absolutely loving it so far. The first chapter didn't really grab me, but so like the next couple of chapters I just want to read on already, and Alex has said to me that I will definitely get to the point where I don't want to put this down. So I'm very excited to read something completely different by TJ Cloon. It definitely has a very different vibe. However, the writing feels very similar, which is what I love about TJ Cloon. So I am very happy about that. Looking forward to falling in love with these characters, but the writing is definitely what I'm here for right now. I know I will cry. I've heard that people have cried while reading this, and I'm generally an emotional person, so I'm sure I will cry while I'm reading, and I'm very, very excited to reading on. Hopefully I can read some more of this over the next couple of days, but obviously I will be finishing this vlog tomorrow, so that might be more in my next week's vlog if you did want to see my full thoughts and feelings on that one. But I'm very much looking forward to reading more, and I will be wrapping up this vlog tomorrow and then starting a new one on Monday, and in that week we will start December, my December TBR, which is very exciting. Need to get one of the books off one of these high shelves because it's stuck up there at the moment. But anyway, I will see you tomorrow to finish off this video. Hi, welcome to the end of the vlog. It is actually Monday now, but I was at work yesterday and I didn't really feel like filming when I got back, so I was very, very tired and achy, and it was a very, very busy day yesterday. So I thought I would just wait until today to wrap up this vlog. I'm actually only reading 1 book right now, which is a really weird feeling because I'm normally reading like 2 or 3 at least. But yeah, it's really nice. I'm reading Under the Whispering Door by TJ Cloon, and I am almost halfway through and I'm really, really enjoying this book. It is kind of like slow but an easy read, and also you don't want to put it down. Like, I just want to pick this book up. It's so cozy. The weather here right now, which is like snowy, it is perfect to pick up this book because I just want to be in this world. It feels so kind of warm and cozy, and I really, really want to pick it back up. So I'm hoping to read a chunk of it today and finish it tomorrow by the end of the month, so wish me luck in being able to do that. I have about 200 pages left. Yeah, I have 200 pages left, so should be able to do 100 pages a day. I'm sure I will be able to manage that, and then in next week's vlog, or this week's vlog because I'm late, but anyway, in the next vlog you will see I will be into December, and I'm so excited about my December TBR, so I hope you will join me in starting my December TBR on Wednesday, which is very exciting. But anyway, I will also talk more about this one in next week's vlog, so if you do want to see it then check out that, because I will be kind of wrapping it up. I am really, really, really enjoying this. I'm so glad I finally picked it up. I don't think it's going to be as good as The House in the Cerulean Sea for me, but I am still really, really liking it, and I really like how different it is. Like, a lot of the things feel similar and the concepts kind of feel similar, and the writing and stuff, but it is also very different, so I am enjoying that kind of difference but also familiar feeling to it. So loving this, and I will talk more about it in next week's vlog, which I hope you will join me for. I hope you've also enjoyed this week's vlog. I feel like I've been doing okay with my reading. I'm quite happy with what I've managed to read this month, and also I hope you've enjoyed some of the snow as well. There will be more snow in next week's reading vlog as well, but I'm gonna go now, so I hope you've enjoyed this one. If you did, please like and consider subscribing to the channel, and I will see you soon. Bye!